Good to see you, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Is my audio coming through okay?
Dude, it sounds beautiful.
Great,
Yeah.
because I live in the woods and have like I usually can't do these things because I have such bad internet.
Well, it you look beautiful. I know this is audio only, but you look beautiful.
Perfect.
I feel like we'll take a screenshot and just throw it up. Uh, but no, you sound good. You look good.
Cool.
So
Gonna turn the light on.
you live in the woods, Richmond, Vermont, right? Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's not like deep in the woods, but like we live on a dirt road, and there's just not excellent Wi-Fi in this area.
Sure. I grew up in upstate New York in like a similar environment, so I
Oh,
get it.
sweet.
Yeah, anytime I go home, because I live in Philly, right? So used to good Wi-Fi, good city. Anytime I go home, I'm like, damn it, nothing works. But then you're like, oh, nature, this is what it life is supposed to be like. So,
Where in New York?
I grew up an hour northwest of Albany, so
Okay.
Gloversville, Mayfield area.
Okay. My folks have a house in Scroon Lake, which is like in the Adirondacks, more near Lake George though.
Yep, yep. So I grew my high school I went to was right on Sacandaga Lake, and
Oh,
like
okay.
Scroon is like the lake up so
Yeah.
from it. So that's rad,
It's
man.
cool, yeah.
So why Vermont? Is it fully for training or
No, I lived in Boulder for a few years after college, and that's kind of when I started trail running. And then my family, I grew up in New Jersey, and I wanted to try living on the East Coast again, and Vermont was kind of like that in between where it's still kind of cool and not New Jersey, but it's still like it's close enough. Like I can go to Screen Lake and see my parents on the weekends, and it's still close to everything, but it like still has mountains and dirt roads and that kind of stuff.
awesome? Yeah, I feel like Vermont is like for the East Coast kind of I almost want to say hidden gem. I could be wrong, but it's beautiful. There's rad stuff like Ben and Jerry's. Oh, and the mountains, like you said, but ice cream as well.
I had some last night.
Oh yeah, what flavor?
Brownie batter core.
Oh my God, that's so good. That's
Yeah, it's
so
the good
good.
stuff.
So how's training going?
It's going pretty good. Well, it was. I'm like done now for the rest of the year. I'm just doing like, or I guess like kind of not really building up to anything now, but just like building back up to regular mileage. So just sort of running whatever I feel like. And once there's a little bit more snow, I want to try to learn how to Nordic ski this year. So like skate skiing.
My man. So again, where I grew up, that's that was like my winter sport.
That makes sense.
I'll come up. We'll do it together. It'll be fun.
Sure, man. I'm not any, or I mean I've classic skied a few times, but I'm terrible. So I'm hoping that I get really into skate skiing because it's like as you know it snows so much up here. So like you can run, it's just really kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, sure. Oh, dude, you're especially with like your running background though and your cardiovascular fitness, once you figure out the technical stuff, like I feel like if you and I right now, right, like went out and cross country skied, I might have a little bit of an edge, but once you figure out the technique, I'm gonna be like, well, that's it. Eric's done.
There's
Done.
so much technique though in it. It's like it's crazy. I've got friends who do it, and it's. I mean, I don't have the upper body strength yet either, so it would take a little bit of that.
Right. That is another thing too. Like again, I'm talking just like middle school, high school, but guys I would run with, I would like beat them in cross country season, and then Nordic would come around. I'm like, all right, your guys' time to shine because I have the upper body strength of a 5-year old.
Right.
So
That's where I'm at.
yeah, man. But so that's cool though. The build up phase is always fun. I'd love to just kind of hear you talk about your experience on the 100K World Championships. That super rad. Huge congrats by the way on doing that. And
Thanks.
yeah, man. Tell me all about it. How was the experience? How you found out about it? How you qualified for it? Um, what it was like being there. I think sometimes races like this are really really exciting, but a little bit esoteric where you don't know about it until you know about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, tell me kind of your whole journey with that.
Yeah, so the 100K World Champs is interesting. It's kind of like the only road running ultra world champs that like people somewhat care about. Like people outside of the United States care about it a lot. In the US, we don't really care about ultras on the road besides like JFK, but that's still kind of, it's like kind of a trail race. So I actually qualified through my time at JFK. It was fast enough to be considered for the team. So that's how I got on that. I found out about it. Um, I guess I don't really know how. Like I had been on the 50K team that raced in Romania in 2019. So I guess it was just kind of on my radar from that. Like, and it seemed like something like a team I could get on. Like it had been a goal of mine a few years ago, and I never made it. Um, just it seemed like something I could get on because not that many people try to do it. Like the team's super good. The people who get on there, it's super niche, and you have to like practice that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's how it got on my radar. And going over there was cool. The team was awesome. I really liked all those guys, and then the women's team was super fast, and they ended up winning. So that was kind of the highlight of the trip was them winning world championships. My experience was really good for like 45 miles, and then the humidity got to me, which I was surprised about because I live in Vermont, super humid here. But the entire race, it was 100% humidity, and I just wasn't really thinking that I would need to worry about like salt intake more than I usually do. And I was just so wet from how much I sweat. So like that got to me. I actually got like muscle cramps for the first time in my life. So that kind of derailed the race after like 45 miles. I was able to finish, but like it involved a lot of really, really slow running, and a lot of the other dudes had rough days too. So I ended up finishing first American, which was cool. But I ran a much slower time than I thought I would, and so did all the other dudes. So I mean,
Right.
overall, it was still a great experience, but I think the team that we sent over there should have been able to get like at least a bronze medal. So we were a little disappointed, but overall, I had a lot of fun, and I made some new friends and got to see Berlin, which was really cool. I probably would never have been to Germany if I hadn't run on that team.
That's cool. That's cool. I would love to hear, just because like you mentioned it was a bit of a struggle, the mental acuity that you kind of have in those moments to keep going, not give up, which you didn't do. And like I know it wasn't the day you wanted, but it still wasn't a bad day. You were the first American in, right? Is that something that like you train your mind to do? Does it just come naturally with just like your overall training preparing for this race? Or is this just something just kind of inherently in you?
I think it's a little bit of a mix of it. It's just in me, and it's something that I try to not train for, but I definitely think about it a lot. I've dropped out of races before. Like I dropped out of Mad City 100K. I think it was in like 2018, and that's another road 100K. And then I dropped out of Black Canyons last year. So I'm not somebody who will just like finish it no matter what. Like if things are going really wrong, sometimes it does seem a little bit smarter to pull the plug. When it's on one of the US teams, I have a really, really hard time thinking that I would ever not finish the race just because it's
Right.
such an opportunity, and like you're taking that opportunity away from somebody else who could have done it. That's not to say that there's anything wrong with people who do drop out of races when they're on a US team. Like sometimes you physically like you can't do it, or it's gonna screw you up for a while. So I think it's pretty situational for me. Like if it's a like a big opportunity and I physically can finish and it's just a mental thing, like I will get through it.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Because I myself like always teeter on it. Like there are days where it's just like I'm lion brain, like I'll conquer anything, and then there are other days where I'm like, why do I even do this? So I look at
Yeah.
someone like you, and I mean, I think hearing your experience, it was tough, but just to have that mental strength to finish is so impressive. And definitely like you and I have a background in running, but I feel like people that listen who like my wife, right? She's just getting into it. and she like we're in our late 20s, and like it's awesome. It's fun to see her do it. But then sometimes I have to remind myself of like she didn't grow up doing this. Like if there are days where she's like doesn't want to run, like that's normal. That's good. That's okay. So it's always interesting to hear somebody at your level of like how you got there mentally.
Yeah, I love hearing about that too, though. Like the mindset that like you or I would be in since we did grow up running is just so different, but it's also like not the right way to think. Like,
Yeah, no, it's toxic as hell.
yeah, it's terrible. Like, if I don't want to go running, like I'm still probably gonna go running.
Yeah,
Where like that, I don't know. Like, I hope to someday, and I think everybody will get there. And like, I'm definitely better than I used to be. Like, I hope to someday get more in that mindset where like I kind of am just able to do what I want to do.
yeah, for 100%. Like, I feel like you'll probably relate. Like, there are days where, um, let's say I'm sick or something, right? And there's still that urge, like, oh, you got to go out and run. I'm like, well, I have the flu. I'm not gonna go run. And then I feel like I've like let my mother down by not going out and
Yeah,
running.
yeah, I've gotten better with that this year. Like, there were some days, not like I even ran through COVID, but like I got pretty sick. I don't even, this must have been like in between Berlin and Thailand, where I got super sick. So I took like a few days off, and like I mean it didn't hurt me. Like
Hmm.
I'm totally fine. So it's like doing those things and then realizing that like the world's not going to end is beneficial.
Yeah. Tell me about Thailand. Sorry, I didn't. What was it for? Was it part of the 100K? No, it wasn't, right?
No, so I was on two world championship teams this year.
Oh shit. Well, I did not do my research very well. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay because it is very confusing. So Berlin was the 100K road running world championships. Thailand was the trail running world championships, and that was the one I was just at.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I mean, it's confusing. Like these things, like they're big events, but like they're not. I guess Thailand was pretty well documented. Like Berlin was not. Um, so Thailand was the World Trail Running Championships. That was the recent one. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. I mean, that was an amazing experience.
Yeah, man. I'm sure. What any standout food, any standout moments other than the race itself in both Berlin or Thailand?
Yeah, so Thailand, there's so many standout moments.
You're like, I got robbed. That was a standout moment.
I think like standout food for me would be fruit. Like I had a bunch of fresh coconuts. I had a dragon fruit every single day, like really good pineapple. I tried a bunch of stuff that like I don't even know what it's called, but oh, like a bunch of papayas and like everything's really really cheap in Thailand. Like in the United States, a dragon fruit is probably $8.
Really expensive. Yeah.
They're like 50 cents.
I
Um,
also, not to cut you off because I want to hear the rest, but I will just point this out. Like quintessential runner answer. I totally get it. We're on the same page, but I think of like my family hearing that answer of like any good food, and you're like fruit. My family would be like, okay, well, we're not ever gonna talk again. Like no meat, no dessert, no anything. Like so again, you and I are on the same page. I just like I feel like somebody listening to this would be like, what about the chocolate?
yeah, I agree. I think my family would probably say the same thing. But yeah, I mean it was like I mean best like dessert type thing I had was mango sticky rice. It's like
That sounds dope.
it's super good. It's like fresh mango with sticky rice and then like this it's kind of like some sort of like coconut glaze they put over it, which is really really good. I mean standout moment was our 80K team, which was myself, Adam Peterman, Jeff Cole, Adam Mary, winning the race. Like that was pretty sweet because we
Yeah.
weren't expecting that. Like there are some pretty insane teams that go over there, so that was awesome. Mostly because it was unexpected, and then just spending time with like the other teams. Like there was the 80K team, There's also 40K team. There was an uphill team, and then there was the classic, which is up and down. It's like 12K. So yeah, getting to meet all those people, and like everybody specializes in different things, which is really cool. And like meeting people that have been on all these teams, like Joe Gray's world champion, Adam Peterman's now a world champion, Max King is a world champion, Ali Mack, like all these
Yeah.
people are super talented, and it's really cool to spend time with them.
Did you have any like, I don't know, takeaways, whether it be physically from them or mentally, in terms of like mental approach or physical approach of things they do that you're like, oh, that's interesting, I'm gonna incorporate that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think something I would like to do next year is just more hours of training. So incorporating more cross training.
Okay.
And then definitely run a little bit more. I don't run a ton. I think I like when I'm really training, I'm averaging somewhere between 80 and 100 miles a week, which isn't a ton for people who run seriously. Um,
Right. Especially
it
for ultra guys.
Yeah, like it's super hilly here, so I'm like hours wise per week, I'm probably doing the hours of like a road runner who runs between 100 and 120 miles a week. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys like they incorporate some sort of cross training, whether it be bike, skiing, really anything. So, and I do a little bit of that, but I would like to do a lot more of that next year. And I think starting this winter, I'll probably with the skate skiing, and then I really like doing like the indoor cycling. I have a Zwift
Oh,
setup, so that's a lot of fun.
cool. I also, I'll send you the links. I forgot to mention it earlier. We were talking about Nordic, but you brought it up again. I'll send you the links for like Nensa, Nensa. Like they put on tons of races all through the Northeast. So like,
Oh, cool.
yeah, just to like jump in, be competitive, and like it's really really fun. So
Sweet. Yeah.
how
I
far?
think I'll probably do the Craftsbury ski marathon. I think it's in March. Just to try to finish it. Like that's my goal for skiing this year, to just finish that race.
Yeah, dude, I would also like to do that. So maybe we can link up. That'd be
Oh
really fun.
yeah, dude, that'd be
Yeah.
great. I live maybe an hour and 15 minutes from there. I was actually there on Saturday.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool. 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 How was that?
it was good. I went with my girlfriend Joanna and then our friends Peter and Nora. So we went skiing for like an hour and a half, and then went over to Hill Farmstead, which is a like super well-known brewery in that area.
Nice. Nice. I would love to hear how you got into ultra. Like what was, because typically people listening, like when you grow up running, it's usually cross country, track, maybe 5K road races. There's always some moment, some jump where you're like, you know, jumping into these 100K races, JFK 50 mile. What was that moment for you where you were like, this is for me and this is what I want to do?
Yeah, so when I was in college, I ran for 3 years and then I quit. I just didn't really want to do it anymore. So I stopped running for like a year and then got a job in Boulder, Colorado, which I had never heard of Boulder before. Um, like I wasn't running at the time. Like I was kind of disappointed. I didn't get a job in Denver. That's where I wanted to live. So I moved to Boulder, started running again, realized that it's like a super famous running city, made a lot of friends who did ultras and trail running. So I mean, everybody there runs like 100-mile races, so it just felt like I had to get into it, and it was really enjoyable, and all my friends did it, so it was a good way just to hang out with people and meet new friends. So that's how I got into it. I guess technically my first ultra was when I lived in New Jersey, like right before I moved to Boulder. I did a 50K, but Boulder was where I really like got into it, and it became like my main hobby that I do.
That's awesome. It's also, I feel like such a Boulder thing from what I've heard of like, yeah, I just got into running like 50 plus miles because everyone was doing it. And
Yeah, that's
it's,
exactly what it's like. Everybody does it. It's like if you like go to work at it's just like a normal job. It's like there's probably at least like 3 or 4 people who have done an ultra marathon there.
that's wild.
It's
That's
really
wild.
cool. It's a cool environment, and it's good and it's bad because like if you don't do something someday, it's like you just feel bad because everybody's out there just crushing everything.
Yeah, I went out there for a week back in like when I was in college to train, and like just running up a mountain. I went to a mountain just to like run up it, and I was doing it, and just like people were going by me left and right, and I was like, man, I thought I was like good at this, and
Yeah.
this is just like I'm getting crushed. So is such a cool place.
Yeah, it's definitely somewhere that like if you think you're good, go there, and then you like go on Strava and you're coming in like 800th place on the Strava segment.
Yeah, that's so funny. Um, so with that said, while you were training in Boulder, now living in Vermont, it sounds like you're more remote. But do you? Some people love training in a group. Some people love the solace of being on their own. Do you have a preference?
I love running with people. Like if I could run with somebody every day, I would. I don't have quite as many people to run with here. Like I occasionally will run with the Richmond Trail Running Club. Those people are all really fun. That's like more of a social thing. When the weather's nice and I have the time, I'll go do track workouts with the Green Mountain Athletic Association. There's like a good group of dudes there, mostly training for like 10K to marathon. So
Mhm.
for a guy like me who's doing some of the longer stuff, like it's really good for me to get in with them and just get on the track and like kind of just stay with the speed work. Like that's really the only way I like doing speed work is with people. And then every once in a while, I'll get out with my buddy Dan. He lives just over the border in New Hampshire. He was on the classic and the uphill team in Thailand, so he's a good dude for me to get out with. He's great for like a mountain adventure.
Nice, nice, especially like dude similar like range of ability, and that's awesome.
Yep.
Cool, cool. Yeah, the speed work, I'm same. Like I'll if I have people, I'm like, okay, but on my own, I'm like, oh, this is the worst.
Yeah, and in the winter, a lot of people don't really do that stuff here. So I mean, the most I'll probably do this winter is like just like some strides and stuff and some short stuff. So I'll
Right.
really just do like base work until the spring until I can get people to do like real workouts with me.
You know what you should do is once you get the technique down for skate skiing, log it on Strava, but not as skate skiing as running. So when people see it, they're like, "Oh my god, you were doing like 4:30 a mile." You're like, "Yeah, I don't know, I just been working on my speed."
Dude, I hope I can get to that speed on skate skis because that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, so here's a good question because I wrote a list. I like to keep things conversational, but I also want to. I always come in with like a list of questions to keep it
Cool.
like in case we hit a silence and we're both looking at each other like, okay, now you say something. I have a list of questions to refer to.
It's hard for that not to happen on Zoom, I feel like.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if you're listening to this, we did this through Zoom, which is a wonderful tool, but it does kind of make it a little bit more impersonal. But worst and best bathroom experience you've had while running.
Oh man. Best bathroom experience.
T- Tell you what, I'll lead with my worst, so that way
Okay.
you can think about it. Because yeah, I didn't send this question. So my worst experience. So I went to college in New Rochelle, New York, and I'm running along. There's lots of like trails and like green paths, which is nice, but it's also like right next to highways.
Yeah.
And I was about to shit my pants, and like I had to go so bad. There was no time to think or like find something, so I just had to go. And I thought I was in a secure place, like while I was going in the woods, and just the way that like the terrain was set up, I was going, and then I sort of like looked over the tree that I was behind, full highway, everybody could see what I was doing. So I was just like, oh no, I'm gonna get arrested. So that's my worst experience.
Oh man, I mean, my worst one is definitely actually shitting my pants. I feel like every runner has had that happen. Yeah, that's my worst. My worst one is having that happen. Like I was on a group run and I wanted to do a few more miles, so I just went and did a few more miles. Luckily, I was by myself, and it just happened. I was in Burlington, so like it was just like a city in Vermont for people who don't know that. So like you can't really like there's like not like woods everywhere like the rest of Vermont. So yeah, that's definitely my worst one. I don't know what my best bathroom experience would be. Yeah, I mean it's either that or like at Leadville. I went into the porta potty and like as soon as I did that, like I got out of the porta potty and all of a sudden I was just like feeling terrible, and then like my race went downhill from there. So it's between those two. I don't think I have a best bathroom experience.
Okay, that's fair. To be fair, if like best bathroom experience is sort of a weird, like, isn't a best bathroom experience just like it it was clean, like nothing terrible
Yeah.
happened? Like,
Yes.
okay,
Which are,
cool.
yeah, so those aren't very memorable.
Yeah, no, they're memorable in your heart.
Yes.
But okay, cool. So, not about running at all. Just fully curious, want to get to know you better. Do you believe in aliens?
Yes, of course I do.
Okay. Oh wow, that was more intense than I expected. Are you like a follower of stories and such, or just you believe they're out?
No, I just, I mean, how can we be the only like intelligent life in the entire universe? There's so much stuff.
Sure, sure. Fully with you on that.
Good.
Uh, have you seen the gosh, I forgot the name of it. Commander David Fravor, his the Tic Tac UFO.
No. Oh,
If you
maybe I did. Was that like, it was within the last year that like that came out?
it was like uh it's been like consistently kind of in like the I'll say our like society's like zeitgeist the past couple of years.
Hmm.
The New York Times like broke the story, and I think it was 2017, like front page of New York Times. So when we're done on here, I'll if I remember, I'll send you the
Yeah,
link.
send it to
Just
me.
it's wild to see it happen. Um, but okay, cool. So yes, on aliens. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I I've had experiences where I think I saw ghosts, but like I was probably just asleep, like half asleep.
share, please
But
share
yeah.
these.
Oh, there was one. They were both when I was pretty young. One, I woke up and I went downstairs to watch like cartoons or something, and out the window I saw this like thing that I don't know, kind of looked like a gorilla, like like, but like a
Okay,
scary like ghost gorilla. And then another time, um, all of a sudden, like I was in my apartment. This is only a few years ago. I kind of forgot about this one. And all of a sudden, there was just this huge bang on the bathroom door. Like, and there was like nothing that would have made that happen. Um, so that was probably like my most ghosty ghost story.
ooh, yeah, that
Yeah,
is
that one was
ghosty.
pretty good.
The gorilla one was actually just a gorilla that broke out of the zoo.
I mean, that would
So
make more sense. Like, why would there be a gorilla ghost?
yeah, I mean maybe though, because if it's real, I'm sure it's far beyond what we can perceive and understand. So it might be real.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I believe more in aliens than I do ghosts, but I do believe in both.
100%. We're again on the same page. Talk to me about graphic design.
Oh yeah, sure. So that's what I do um for like as my day job. So I work full time for Stowe Cider in Stowe, Vermont, doing their label design. So like just like their can labels. I do a lot of other stuff for them too, but that's I guess like what people would see of what I do. I do a lot of beer labels for breweries, mostly in like the Northeast, but I've done some in Colorado, and I do that stuff freelance. I do other stuff that's not beer or cider labels, but that's kind of the most exciting. Like I just did some coffee labels. Um, at work, we just opened a restaurant, so I did the branding for that. Yes, it's
Nice.
pretty cool. I've always been into art, and in college, it kind of just made sense to do graphic design because it's kind of the easiest way to get a job in art after college.
For sure. Yeah, I've seen just I was looking at your website and your designs are really really good. Like
Oh, thank you.
I love the colors and they were funky and fun and yeah, man. I so you said you were always into art. Like, do you have like a particular medium you whether it be like paint, pencil, like what was like your first medium you fell in love with?
Probably just like drawing with pencil. I'd say the one that I got the most into was clay. I was
Ooh,
super into making, I don't have any of them anymore, which I'm really bummed about, but I was really into making claymation movies when I was younger.
dude,
And
that's
that was,
awesome.
yeah, like that was like my thing. And I was like obsessed with it and I loved it. And I had this cool little camera and I would make them on like my parents' like Windows 98 computer in the basement. And they were really cool. Like they're actually pretty good. But then like we got rid of that computer and I didn't save any of my stuff, so I don't have any of them anymore. But I would say that was the medium that I got the most into, was just like was clay and that kind of stuff.
Do you have any of the videos that you made?
No, so I have, I think, one of them, but it's one that wasn't very good. I was like trying a new program for the animation and just like wasn't turning out super well. But the other ones are all gone, and those were all really cool. I would do anything to have those.
Oh man. Well, you should make something again soon. Like, is it something you think you'll pick up again?
It is, yeah. I think a lot about it. I just bought a tripod for my phone to,
Nice.
to try to get back into that, and I just bought some like some claymation clay. So I would really like to try to do that again.
Nice, dude. Nice. I so we're running out of time. Spoiler alert, I don't pay for Zoom. Uh uh so I'll wrap it up. I feel like this is a good question to wrap it up. And thanks
Cool.
again, man, for jumping on. I mean, you and I connected, I think, last year, and uh I'm a big fan of you, your running, everything you do, and it meant a lot for you jumping on
Yeah,
the
of
call with
course.
me.
Thanks for
So
having me.
yeah, dude. I would love to hear you talk about, because this is something I struggle with and a lot of people struggle with, how you balance working at an elite athlete level, work, relationships, life. Like, how do you have an approach? Is it, how do you find the balance?
Dude, it's super hard. So I would say at this point in my life, like, I mean, some people think this is unfortunate, some people think it's good. It's like I feel like my running kind of takes most of my mental energy, and work I do because you have to, like you have to pay the bills.
Right.
It's not what I'm super passionate about. Um, so that's, but like I mean, of course I do my work and I do what has to get done.
I was gonna say, throw that in there in case your boss is listening.
I
Like,
know.
what the hell is he talking about?
I mean, I think it's fair that like I'm focusing what I'm passionate about right now because it's working out for me and like I have some great opportunities.
Oh, for sure. I was just joking, man.
No, no, no. I know, but like I mean, who knows? My boss might listen to this. He's very supportive of my running, so he might end up listening to this. But yeah, I'd say like with relationships, like most of my friends I have through running. I met my girlfriend through running, so like we went for a run this morning before work. So I'm lucky that we get to spend a lot of time together through that, and we get to travel to races together and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I struggle with it just like anybody else. Like I don't go out that much anymore. Like, and if I do, it's really like with my running friends or with Joanna, my girlfriend. But yeah, like it takes up a lot of time. Like we were just talking about wanting, like I would love to get back into making claymation videos, but like I don't have the time. So I think it's for me, it's just like I don't totally have it figured out. And I require like, not everybody's different, but I personally require a lot of downtime where I kind of just do nothing.
Right.
So
Sure.
like I don't like to do my other hobbies during that time. So I haven't totally figured it out myself yet.
No problem, man. I think that's more the norm though. Like, and I
Yeah.
think that people will find comfort in hearing that, because if they look at you from afar, it's like, oh man, Eric's killing it. He clearly is like got it together. And it's not that you don't have it together, but it's nice to hear that you're still trying to figure it out just like everybody else
Oh
is.
yeah,
So
dude. I mean, it's hard to. I mean, when you're running like or exercising like 10 to 15 hours a week, which I mean, a lot of people do way more than that. Like it's hard to figure out like or like running before and after work. Like you don't really have time for much else. So yeah, it's like you got to get hobbies that like you can just do at your house.
for sure. You're like, my hobby is stretching.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
and,
man, and it's not a hobby I do very often.
stretching, taking Epsom salt baths.
Yeah, it's the stuff I should be doing.
um Cool, man. Well, thanks so much. Before we go, if you want to plug your social medias or your website or anything, you got going on where people can like follow you, please feel free. Platform is yours. And yeah, thanks for jumping on again, man. It's been so good to see you and talk with you.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for having me again. My Instagram is El Puma Loco. You could probably just type in Eric LiPuma. It might be easier. And if you want to see my design stuff, it's just on ericlipuma.com. Working on updating that now, but like it's pretty current.
Awesome. And I'll link at least your Instagram as well when we post this. It should come out like January. So
Okay,
yeah, man. Well, hey, have a great evening. Thanks
cool.
for
You
your
too.
time. And yeah, enjoy your run tomorrow.
Thanks, man. You too.